Ben Silverman stepped down as the CEO of Pinterest. He's going up to a different position. In his place comes Bill Reddy. He's from Google. He led payments and commerce. I've had a sneaky look at his LinkedIn. He had a senior role at PayPal as well. Looks pretty good on paper, this one. I think this is a decent move.
Yeah, the question which I was going to ask you, and we discussed this before, is he still doing the dual role with Google, or is this like completely separate?
He's going to executive chairman, not just chairman, executive chairman.
Okay.
What does that mean?
All right, okay.
I've no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what it means to me, and this is what I read out of the deal, is that there are going to be more ties and more synergy with a big marketing and advertising house like Google. That's what it tells me. And Pinterest, I'm wary of, and I'm wary of most like high growth stocks, to be honest with you. But Pinterest, I've just never understood, because I don't think I'm a 20-year-old female. I think.
You don't think you
are. But I'm a wedding photographer as well, and I should understand it from that, but I still don't get it. I still don't understand it. But that's just a personal thing, and it might be a circle of competence thing. We always talk about being in our circle of competence, but there's a lot of data to be shared here. There's a lot of deals in the back alleys to be done between. Now you've got this guy Bill on board. What do you think?
So it feels to me like Pinterest needs to find its way to getting to. I'm trying to remember who it was now. Someone on one of the Motley Fool podcasts was announced as basically having a kind of click through and pay and buy stuff model. So you see the kitchen appliance that you like or something like that, and you can just then click through, buy, and presumably Pinterest gets some sort of cut off that. The kind of thesis behind Pinterest for some time has been that could be great, right? It's where people go when they want to redesign their garage or something like that, and if they can find a way of monetizing that, it should be there it's reasonably well priced if they can get anything like a decent ARPU out of it. They aren't at the moment, and it's not obvious to me that they're much closer to doing it. A change at the top might help, and in fact seeing other companies doing it might help if it shows it's kind of there to be done in a certain way. But I guess I'm still looking. I can see the kind of thesis that people have where it's not about growing the numbers, it's about monetizing the numbers in a certain way. Start monetizing the kind of base that they have, and away we go. I just can't quite see why it isn't happening yet, and I'm not quite sure when I think it will. Steve knows this company better than me, though.
So I was going to say, just one of the things that we saw when Oracle reached maturity was a lot of its sort of heavy high-up staff left off to go and do more exciting ventures, and they went off to form all sorts of companies and do all sorts of things, and they were really, really successful. I mean, you can look at Oracle's cast-offs and see... Yeah, and I think Benioff was an Oracle guy as well. There's just two off the top of my head, and it feels a little bit like Google might be doing that now with some of its seniors. You see a lot of especially Amazon and Google seniors are leaving to go and do new things. So these are the best and brightest that Google had. So if Pinterest want to be, if they want to move more into commerce and they want to move more into payments, then the best guy to get would be the guy who led payments and commerce at Google and who worked at PayPal. I think it looks a pretty decent acquisition to me.
This can't be a reason to be bearish on big tech, though, can it?
It doesn't need to be, does it? Because the two different types of... you're talking about two different types of company. A company that is just trying to grow at all costs is very different to a company that's trying to generate free cash flow. So the people who make growth at all costs don't necessarily make the best people to turn the profit screws on. So... it could be that Pinterest is not wanting to make a lot of profit and is still wanting to grow pretty quickly. And in that case, Bill Reddy looks like he might be the right man for the job.
That's the problem with this market at the moment. As we head into the recession and we start to see these layoffs. By the way, I feel like I'm reporting to you from on location at the moment. I'm kind of going, well, Bob, yes, but I just got sidetracked there. Sorry.
You could have gone with Steve.
Yeah, I could have gone with Steve. But in this market, with this recession, with the layoffs that are happening, particularly in big tech in some places, we'll have to talk about Tesla actually in a little bit. But with all this going on, investors have I've personally seen the shift. I don't know if you agree with it, that investors have shifted a little bit to high cash flow. They have shifted a little bit to companies that are profitable who are more profitable on paper. We can obviously say that Pinterest has the ability to generate that free cash flow, and potentially, you will know better than I do, but I think it has the potential to turn the tap on anytime it wants, or it has a chance. Is it a good time to invest in Pinterest, and how did the share price do immediately after this news? Because I'm asking you for immediately after the news, because I can imagine what it's done over the past couple of days.
It bombed up 9%, straight up 9%.
Figured
Yeah,
it.
everybody was happy with this. This was a good appointment, but since then it's fallen quite considerably. Pinterest is a free cash flow generating company anyway. Just to your other point, when the whole market runs to dividend stocks, it's too late for you to run to dividend stocks. You're supposed to zag when they zig. So this is the time to look at these sort of companies. Yeah, you want to look at the companies that are beaten down, not the companies that are running up still.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.